Let's go next to Patrick from Vernon Hills. Patrick from Vernon Hills, you're on the air.
Hey David, how's it going?
It's going well.
I guess I have a question about kind of where we go forward with our media ecosystem. I
Hmm.
read a book recently that looked at the historical effects of networks in society. A good parallel was when the printing press was created, and then Christianity shattered into 1,000 pieces, and we had decades of war after that because everybody could read their own interpretation of the Bible instead of it all coming through the Catholic Church. And it feels now like media has been shattered into 1,000 pieces, and we all just get wherever we want. And talking to conservatives, they don't even they haven't even read the same stories I've read, and we're just operating from a completely different set of information. And we can't even talk about ideas. We're just talking about what's true and what's not true.
I
It's
love that you're
frustrating.
bringing this up. I love that you're bringing this up because, one of the things, there was a very interesting discussion on the David Pakman Show subreddit recently where someone posted, they did it in sort of an attack way, but I still appreciated it. They said, listening to the David Pakman Show, watching the David Pakman Show alone is not going to make you informed or educated or smart or whatever. And they meant it, I think, as an attack, but I don't see it. I agree with that. And one of the things that I have been talking about for a long time is my hope with this show is not that people end up believing all the same things that I believe. And my hope is not that I become the sole source of commentary for people. What I hope to do with this show is to be part of the commentary diet and hopefully expose people to the importance of reading economics and reading history and reading sociology and philosophy. And one of the real concerns with a lot of this right wing drivel that's out there is the same thing we heard from Trump, which was only I can fix it. Only I tell you the truth. You're not being told the truth here or there. And this is fake news and that's fake news and all of this stuff. What you're pointing out is maybe, I don't know if you're deliberately pointing this out or not, but I'm going to pretend you are because it's such a great point. It's really important for us to be consuming lots of writing that has sort of stood the test of time. Ideas and books that are still being read decades after they've been written, sometimes centuries after they've been written, really long time. And Nassim Taleb in The Black Swan and Anti-Fragile writes about this. You really want to be starting with your base, and that should be, really reading texts of history, economics, philosophy, etc. Then on top of that, you place news, actual news reporting that's going on. And the top of the pyramid should be shows like mine, where I'm not giving you an opinion on an empty platform. Hopefully you are coming in with the base of the pyramid, and I'm just giving you my thoughts, and we all are sharing a lot of this information. Now, unfortunately, as you're pointing out, a lot of people come in and just listen to opinion shows and don't know history, economics, philosophy, science, etc. That's a problem. But you're I'm off on a rampage, but you're making a beautiful point.
Yeah, I think that's not quite what I was getting at, but pretty close. I
Perfect.
like your hierarchy of knowledge that you laid out there.
Right.
I'm just, and I'll reiterate, I'm just concerned that, people aren't doing that, and they are
Yes.
really getting their information from the top of the pyramid. They don't
Yep.
have their base.
That's your
And
no. Your assessment is correct.
I
That's
just,
what's happening, and it's horrible.
I
Yeah.
can't talk to people because we don't even have a common set of facts to talk about. And it's so frustrating just
Right.
talking about, is this true or is this not true? I like climate change. Climate change is real. What do we do about it? But
Right.
we're stuck on, is climate change real? When
Yeah.
the interesting question is, well, what do we do about it? There's a lot of there's thousands of ways to solve the problem. But like Alcoholics Anonymous, the first step is admitting you have a problem. You can't do anything until you get past that first step.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm reading Merchants of Doubt now about the industry of denying that tobacco smoke is harmful to health, denying that acid rain is bad, denying that there's climate change. And there's entire industries based around furthering doubt about that. And so it's not, part of it is uneducated people, but also part of it is very well-funded industries that want people to doubt the facts.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
Thank you so much. I love your show.
All right, thank you. Great call. Appreciate it. Very, very important things being brought up.